Big thanks again to everyone who came by during the Transformers Slag live stream. It was really fun. Unfortunately, this time around, we won't be able to have a backup for people to watch who weren't able to tune in. At some point, one of the questions that were asked, we were discussing about the future of conventions and what's going to be happening with TFCon and BotCon and all the stuff moving forward. And I slipped. I didn't call it the Big V. I actually called it by its designated medical name, and the whole stream got flagged and then got taken down by YouTube. So, yeah, that's still a thing. But so I apologize for anyone who couldn't make it to the stream and couldn't see it. The backup got messed up. I mean, I wish I could just cut out that part. They don't even let me do that, but that's the name of the game with YouTube. So today we're going to talk about some news that popped up. Earth Entertainment, which is always a great place to go if you want to look at case assortments and new product that's going to be coming out for Transformers and how many come per case. But once in a while, they also get breaking news of new items that will be coming out for Transformers. And we got a really interesting one here that caught my attention specifically from a name standpoint. And it's the Rescue Bots Academy line, their Rescan Wave, which is Wave 5, and two new releases that are going to be part of Wave 5. Now, the thing with Rescue Bot toys, for people that are still collectors of it, is that they always have filler. There's always the same figures, and then when a wave comes afterwards, it's usually 3 or 4 of the same figures from previous waves and 1 or 2 new ones. That's just how the distribution works. It's obviously for the more play school and preschool section. There's not a stronger emphasis on new product because it's kind of evergreen in a lot of ways. So Wave 5 is chock filled with a whole bunch of old product, the original molds of, let's say, Whirl and stuff like that were available in previous waves, but 2 new ones popped up on the listing here, and we got to see even images of them. We have Optimus Prime Hot Rod, that's literally what its name is, and Hot Shot F1. So what's the story with the names here? So we have an Optimus Prime, it's a brand new mold. It's never been done before in the Rescue Bots line, and it's Optimus Prime's pretty much his Generation 1 truck mode, long nose in this case, and it has a hot rodded engine on the front. This does exist in real life. There is, big V10 and V12 trucks that do have hot rodded engines. It's done obviously for more of a novelty than a practicality at this point, but it is a Optimus Prime Hot Rod. I'm going to assume that the only reason why the Hot Rod name is put here is they're just using it for a trademark reason and just to keep the Hot Rod name afloat, because they might not be using it in post after, I guess, all these Cyberverse toys that we got. I mean, we got Hot Rod in the movie, we got Hot Rod in Cyberverse. We even had a Hot Rod toys in the Bumblebee movie toy line. So I think that maybe this kind of indicates that there might not be any Hot Rod toys in the near future. So this is one last use of that trademark before it goes, dormant for 2 years and gets used again later on. And then we have Hot Shot F1, which is a repaint of Hot Shot's Formula 1 one. This one just has a new color scheme. And what's ironic about it is this Hot Shot, has a very, very, very Hot Rod color scheme to it. It has a red body, yellow spoiler. When it transforms, that yellow spoiler goes above and behind the robot mode. It even has like in the front end, I guess we'll call it the hood area, although Formula 1s don't really have a traditional hood like most cars. But the front end hood area even has a breakup of the red into a kind of yellow to almost simulate that of a flame-chested Hot Rod hood in a sense. So it's very funny that this Optimus Prime with the hot rodded engine gets called Optimus Prime Hot Rod, and this Hot Shot F1 is called Hot. I think this should have been called Hot Shot Hot Rod, although maybe it would have been too much on the nose. And you could have called this Optimus Prime something else, but it has a hot rodded engine, so I guess it kind of makes sense. It's very weird. That's why I wanted to talk about this, just because my favorite character is Hot Rod, and this always, catches my attention. Look, I love Formula 1. I love Formula 1 Transformers. Anyone that listens to the podcast knows that I have this love for anything Formula 1 Transformers. Though I love Formula 1 cars. I always think they're so cool. And having a Formula 1 Transformer that uses Hot Rod's colors and is a Hot Shot homage. It's kind of this crazy, weird mix of things that is so unique that I'm definitely going to pick this one up. And as for the Hot Rod Optimus Prime, I don't know. Just the name alone might make me want to pick it up. But it's, it's your typical rescue bot fare, not very impressive. Auto transformation, simple things. He barely has hands. But I mean, again, it's kind of weird. I want to see the packaging for it. We don't have packaging images yet. I wonder if that Hot Rod part of it is trademarked. Because if so, then that clearly is a reasoning behind the name. But this is very funny. I'll post the images. You could check it out. And again, check out Earth Entertainment. It's a good website, I find. I use it a lot for when it comes to knowing how many things are in a case. Like when like, okay, Earthrise, the next wave is going to be hitting Walmarts. What's going to be 1 per case, what's going to be 2 per case, what's going to be, so on and so forth. And even more so when lines get into wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, if there's going to be fillers, because then you know how rare a figure will be. If something was like 1 per case in wave 1 and then it never shows up in wave 2 and 3 as a filler, you know that figure is going to be difficult in the secondary market later. So it's really good for speculation stuff too. But this is funny stuff. Definitely check it out. Again, hey, Rescue Bots obviously has its demographic and people that it's made for, really. It's made for that more younger demo. But I mean, you, as a G1 fan and an older fan and stuff, you could always look back and appreciate some of the wacky stuff that's being done here.